crossing point right here. I've got a stand right, I'm gonna put up in this tree over here, so I want to get these deer using this spot. It's one of them deals where they're gonna come from everywhere, but the spot's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be overlooking this beautiful setup right here. Beans, beautiful beans, standing real world beans. Got standing corn back there, and then this is all harvest salad, and man, check that out. Holy smokers. It's gonna be good this year, brother. And that's the tree right up here. That's the tree I'm gonna be in right up in there. There's a big cluster.
Last week on the White Knuckle Web Show, we started off this season's prep work and last season's mission, rusty nail or bust. This week, I continue getting my spots scouted, hung, and trimmed, and even though it's a ton of work, I could not be more excited to hunt them in the upcoming weeks. Let's do it.
I'm just coming out here. I've got so much work to do for season, just this one stand alone. I gotta cut trails through these fence lines. I gotta trim them, hang some brush up in there, hang my cameraman sand, and my safe line. So if I can get all that done today, it'd be tickled pink. Otherwise, I'm just gonna work until I get tired and not be unsafe. So I wanna get this mowed out here so I can trim to this trail. So this is my number one priority. That's why I'm doing it first.
Even just a few years ago, I would never have imagined mowing trails through the woods, hauling pine trees into other trees, and spending so much time on individual stands. Now that I'm a property owner and can start to control and cultivate my own ground, well, I guess my strategies have changed. Now it's more about creating a playground for white-tailed deer and manipulating the deer as much as I possibly can. The more you can control, the more your odds go up.
I'm gonna take you on a little tour here of what I just got done cutting. Nice little trail through the woods, and I have it kind of winding off a couple different directions, and I cut a ways. So, should be the interstate of the century. We've got all this beautiful food out here. And then the trail comes in right here. Check this out. Right through the middle of the timber. Here's one of the trails. Goes up this way probably 100 yards into another section of timber. Perfect. And down here, this one right here behind me, this goes another 100 yards or so. So everything I basically pinched down right past my tree stand setup up here. So I'll have two shots. I'll have one in here from the side, give or take someplace. And then one primary going out in the field. I'm out here in this bottom, and right here behind me is where I actually had hunted Erik Dickerson for several years. It's about 8 foot, 10 foot tall, just switchgrass and stuff. What I'm planning on doing, you can see right here, this goes way up, goes straight up this hill. So what I'm planning on doing is essentially cut the trail right along this bottom so that from my stand up top, even though it's gonna be way down, I want a nice clean shot. I want to route every deer through here. And it's so thick, they'll follow this trail like to a T. It's one thing I can do to control these deer, and I'm gonna try to do it. Much better now. Got a killer trail. Every doe is going to want to walk this trail, and it'll be way quiet for me to get in here. A little tight gap for the billy goat, but I'm going to try to walk that baby up here. I got the edge. It's all set up with scrapes. I'm going to mow it. It'll be perfect.
Is that not the most epic sit in a tree stand?
I'm pretty sure it's a yes, it is.
Oh my God, he's a giant. Shot looked good.
That's all I want every year right there. Look at this thing. What do you think of that?
That is huge.
Bam! Perfect. Came right in.
After years of finding rusty sheds, including this one from the previous year, I headed into 2014 with only one buck on my mind.
Dude, the rusty nail. I love you. The rusty nail.
Kyle and I just tiptoed into a set. This is a spot that Kyle and I hunted 2 mornings ago. We had an encounter with a really nice buck. We watched him follow a doe and check her. He made a scrape and then just boogied out. So I've been thinking about the spot. We've got big buck sign all around here. There's big signpost rubs, there always is. We're on an acorn ridge, it's a social network area. When we came in, we were setting up. We didn't bump anything coming in through all this thick timber. It's swirling in here pretty bad, but we got no choice. And this is the time of year you don't know what direction they're gonna come from. And I think we could honestly see the rusty nail in this set too. It's a shooter. I don't want to make you nervous, Kyle, but it's the rusty nail. You see him? The moment I've been waiting for. We got rusty nail. I think he's bedded down. He came in, I grunted, snort, wheezed, and made a rub on the tree. I saw him when he came back. Now he's just standing motionless, or he's bedded down right now. We're going to be patient. We're not going to do nothing rash. We're going to wait for him to make a move. He's just bedded there and make sure everything's okay. I don't even want to talk about how big he is. He's getting up, Kyle. Okay, Kyle. He's heading down. I just can't see him anymore. Say again. You can see him? Okay. You tell me if he changes anything. Is he up high in that dark stuff?
At this point, I couldn't even see Rusty.
You watch.
Earlier in the hunt, when we were staring at him in his bed for 2 hours, I had plenty of time to ponder my future with the rusty nail.
Away.
I had made up my mind that if he was going to go out the backside away from us, I was going to at least attempt to call at him. With the wind in our favor completely, the chances were slim he'd bite, but I had to try. I just didn't know if I would ever see him again, and I'd rather be proactive in a situation with a ghost buck.
Can you see him still? Oh my God, he was right there. He snuck right to there. I didn't even see him. Well, we just blew an opportunity at the rusty nail. I had nothing I could do. He was walking. We had been watching him bedded for 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't even know. He started looking like he was walking away. I grunted, and I snort wheezed, and I have this little tail thing, and I whipped it up. And I kept whipping it up to see if I could get his attention. We lost him. We're looking at this thick stuff, and all of a sudden, he popped out right here. Never saw him. Caught us moving up here, snorted, ran away, busted us. Dude, it was just panic at the disco. I was looking back and forth. I couldn't see him. He had to have just creeped out along that bottom. That's the risk you take when you call him. Either that or let him walk away. What do you do?
Did I have second thoughts about the encounter? You bet. I was heartbroken and elated all at once. I'd laid my eyes on the rusty nail and pretty much blew him out of the county. For now, anyway. 4 days later, with a nasty, gusty wind blowing hard from the northwest, I knew the day was mine. The noise of all the wind would conceal my sounds as I had planned to move right into the bedding area of the rusty nail. My plan was to set up a stand, trim it silently, and hope to catch the rusty nail making a mistake.
I know one thing. He's got it shredded down in here. It's going to be almost impossible to hunt, which is why he's here. The wind's blowing the exact opposite direction. I had to work waders to get across the creek. It's a long thing. But I'm going to make this quick. I got to sneak back up in here another 56 yards, set up real low off the ground in order to even get any shots. But I got his sign. I know he's in here. I know he comes through regularly. Fresh scrapes, huge rubs. Now I got to get set up without getting busted, so I got to cut this short.
14 minutes from trimming these last branches from my lone wolf, I hadn't even done an interview when I caught movement through the brush. Oh my lord, here comes the rusty nail.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just shot the rusty nail. I am not kidding you. I've been set up less than 5 minutes. I was literally watching. I was literally trying to figure out how I was going to shoot if he came from different directions. I look up and I see him coming. He's right here going to this rope. The wind started swirling really bad. I think I got a good shot. I'm not certain. I had one hole. He was standing right next to some honeysuckle. He turned and I knew he was going to blow out. I positioned myself. I got right in one hole and I let him have it. I didn't know the exact yardage. I hadn't had a chance to range it yet, but I put it between 20 and 30. The shot looked good. I have to look again. I'm pretty sure, judging by the head, I hit him perfect. When I let it go just before he took one step and he was kind of quartering away, I looked like I was perfect up and down right in the boiler room. The way he ran, it looked like I just smoked him, so I'm in such a state of disbelief right now. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Well, I hit him, man. I knew I hit him, but until you see blood, you don't know. I got a little bit of hair up here. I am gonna just crawl. So far, I've just found specks, but this is just where I shot him. Okay, there's blood. There. I'm gonna track him just a little ways and just see what the blood does. And if it doesn't start to pick up at all, I'm gonna get out of here. 3 we went through. I shot Rusty right there. I tracked from this thing just to get to this little trail so we can walk in here. Just drips of blood, which is what I would expect from that shot. The way it sounded like he just ran off this bluff and then I didn't hear anything, so I'm praying he's just laying down there in the bottom. We've been missing. Go ahead, film it a second. We've been finding sporadic blood, but for this hit, that's just common. He buried it to the fletchings. Literally. He pulled it out. Yeah, he'll definitely start bleeding more. Hey. Yeah, that's what I want to see. We just bumped him. I can't believe we just bumped him. He was bleeding good all the way to this point, just drip, 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 drip. So, I mean, right here, you can see it just all over the bullet bushes. And we just bumped him, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it had to have been him, right? Yeah.
It's the next morning. I shot Rusty yesterday afternoon. Came in about 2 hours after, and we bumped him right here. When he ran, he looked like he was labored. I've watched the footage 1,000 times, and I don't know how he would survive that hit. We know where he went. We got blood out of the bed right here, and we're gonna just continue to follow this blood trail, and I know the general direction he went.
So far, we've tracked him maybe 80, 100 yards, maybe not that far, but not a ton of blood, but we're finding blood drops here and there, some smears, and he just had a little bit more back here. So it looks like he's heading right down to this bottom, and that's where the nearest cover is. So I'm praying that's where he's going.
Come here.
Yes.
Come here. Keep walking this way.
Yeah. Oh no. The coyotes got to him. Oh my God, there he is. Not how you want to find him, but we found him. He didn't go far, did he?
Eat a tank.
I can't believe it. We bumped him and he didn't go 150, 200 yards probably. Oh my God, he's a beast. He's an absolute... Look at that face on him, man. Buddy, I have spent more time thinking about you. Oh, jeez, man.
I don't have to tell you about the highs and lows of bow hunting. My lifetime dream just came true. Thank you for watching the White Knuckle Web Show. We're only halfway done with the stories of Rusty Nail and Erik Dickerson. Next week, we're back at it and killing giants.
I really like the setup that I got going with my trail cameras. I'm really happy with the covert video that I get out of the trail cameras. You know, it's just almost like you're sitting on a stump, 10 feet from the animal taking the video with my big camera. It's so good. It's just unbelievable the footage that you can get in video mode with that setup.
Their trigger speed and the quality of the pictures are great. Their customer service is super. Anytime I've ever had an issue, even on a camera that's 4 years old, they've replaced it or fixed it, repaired it.
I've run a lot of different cameras, and then finally we got hooked up with Covert, and now I finally got a camera that works. I can't say enough about the quality of the photos, the trigger speed, everything. There's so much that gets caught up in trigger speed and all that. All I know is when deer walks in front of a covert, it takes the picture. It's a good picture too.